Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are working with the new Sun-Drenched collection from Coco Daisy. We are doing a 12 by 12 layout, and I've been auditioning what I wanted to do so that I was a little bit more focused rather than watching you see my whole design process. So we're going to be working with 3x4 cards and 3x4 photos in a layout pretty much like this, and I also feel I'm going to round the corners to soften it up because of all the nice watercolor effects that are on these, like, you know, the organic shapes, that having the 98-degree edges already feels too harsh on a paper like this. So we will round the corners. This one, as I audition, looks fantastic. It does. You can use this one if you do this, but for me, I feel like it covers up, because this is like these are what I'm using, like the photos and the cards, I mean. It just covers up too much of this gorgeousness and the beautiful birds that I was like, no, not quite. Let me save that for something that could definitely fit like up here in this paper. Then I auditioned this one, and this one does look good. This one does look good. Whether you have the stripes this way or if you completely switch it over to this way, this does look good. This does look good, okay? This one is a close second, okay? I do like it. It simplifies it from what I am choosing, as you can see, because I did definitely lean towards the flowery-esque pictures with the story that I will share on the voiceover. So this does work, but this is where, obviously, you knew I was going to use this paper. You knew it, right? You knew it. You knew when you saw it, you're like, the floral, Ty's using that gorgeous floral. Yes, she is. And now in the past, though, too, hold sec. If you have been following me 1 month with their gorgeous illustrated paper, this was May. I did just one big photo. This measures an 8-inch circle. This could be done on this, so keep that in mind. So I could just do another big photo, but I like to change it up for you. And then the other month I did this one because, again, they are knocking it out of the park with the circular illustrated perimeter pattern paper. So this one I broke it up because this one too lent itself for being a large photo, and I was, if you watch the process video to this one, but instead I went with small 4-inch circles and did this sort of cluster. And once again, a cluster of circles could have worked in this one too. But like I said, I wanted to change it up and still keep it simple and achievable, because sometimes I think if I do too many intricate techniques and you're squished on time, you're not going to, like, you know, scrap lift me. So here's just a solid grid layout, classic grid layout on a wreath type paper because the border that I just love. I just love it. This is going to be my title card, in essence, our go-to place, and then I will type out my journaling here on clear sticker paper, but we will put all of this together first. The only things I am tempting out, because don't get me wrong, the photos for me get a little washed out with the paper, but I kind of like it like that. I do, because I was thinking about matting all the photos too. Like, should I put a black mat or a white mat and have them be like more contrast to the pattern paper? And as a design element, I kind of like that the flowers, you know, get lost into the paper itself. I do. You know, even if we switch it around a little bit, put this one, if anything, more on the perimeter because of the flowers going that way. And here the flowers can go this way. You know, I'm okay with that blending out. I think it looks really good. So keep that in mind. You can mat them. So let's get started. Let's play. Let's round these corners. I think I'm going to decorate the edge of this card with some of the buttons that came in. I have the washi ready to go. I have the puffy thickers in case I want to add something, the little tiny word stickers. I have everything ready to go. The enamel dots will definitely decorate with, and then the chipboard pieces as well. And then I have the die cuts here too. And one more thing I auditioned out just so that you can see the process, were these cards instead of the journaling card. Like, that could work too. I just didn't want to introduce the doodly marks, because then I felt too, I was like, oh, but if I do, I can maybe take a pen and do some of my own like doodly daisies. And I was like, no, let's not mess up the paper, because the paper is the statement. You don't have to do much. This one also worked here, and I do like it. I really do like it, because it kept the same, you know, motif. But for some reason, I just think because of that, such a stark contrast, I needed something that was just clean and linear with some text because and it has none of this so that it stands out a little bit more. So these were the audition cards as well. So that is a design. That is my thought process. Let's finish this up together. And I'm deciding too if I want to have any of them up on fun foam. Maybe we should. We'll put everything on fun foam to give it some depth, some shadowing, and run the corners and decorate this card, and let's go from there. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. I already had selected the cards like I was showing you, and I do stay with that journaling card that has the blue notes on it. I think it was the most subtle. So first things first is just rounding those corners. I just feel like I gave a softer edge to the grid format, even though it's a classic grid layout. It probably didn't need it in the long run, but for me, it was just a step that I felt was necessary. When I'm doing these things too, I always think about what I can pop up on some fun foam as well, just to give some dimension and some shadow when you're looking at these pages. The story that I will be typing on clear sticker paper is so this day is the day that my daughter like graduated or had her like kindergarten recital at her school, and we attended it in the morning. It was like 8:30 in the morning, and we went, and I had every intention, obviously I like flowers, she likes flowers, but the kicker was is that I was like, after she was done, I didn't bring the flowers to like give to her after her performance like some parents did, time and stuff. I didn't go to the store before it, and her favorite is always to go to Trader Joe's, and she goes there with Dad to pick me out flowers, and hence she'll pick out sunflowers. But she said the darndest thing to me after we were done, because I was like, hey Toots, because we were heading, she was coming to work with me for the day. And I was like, we can swing by Trader Joe's and you can pick out some flowers for, completing kindergarten. I'm so proud of you. And she was all like, Mommy, she was like, she's like, I don't want real flowers. She was like, they die. And she's like, and I want fake flowers so that I can keep them forever. And what do you say to that? Well, back to the footage for a second. So you saw me add all the buttons around the title card. So at least I made that the title card to my go-to place. All the buttons were included in the kit, and I just took the time to have them all around that title card. And once again, the journaling of this story, what I'm telling you, will be on the clear sticker paper on that one. So I'm just adding some embellishments and enamel dots to all the photos and cards so that there's something on each card to look at. So back to the story. So then I just said, okay, well, after we go to work and Mommy finishes what she has to do, we'll go to the craft store and you can pick out some of the silk flowers so that you can have them forever. So these were in the aisles of Hobby Lobby. And sunflowers are her favorite, so she got like a little bushel bouquet of the sunflowers, and then she chose, I want to say she chose daisies. I can't remember. I think the picture showed daisies and they were colorful. And so, yes, these flowers are still not dead. They're in a little vase on her dresser in her room, but that's how she wanted to have it. She's like, no, I just don't want real flowers. They die. I want fake flowers so that they can stay forever in my room. I mean, she has a valid point. My husband thought it was just so funny and spot on for her. So we had gone to Hobby Lobby, and then let's be honest, the story continues, because then she's like finagle me into buying like little these like those wood things that kids can paint and stuff, and she's into the unicorns, into the mermaids, so she wants all these things, and she goes on to tell me, and it was true. Again, another valid point. She was like, Mommy, I need more things to paint at the house. She was like, because all of your supplies in the bins I have for her, they're all pumpkins and Halloween. I have painted everything you had for me already, so can we get some new ones? And once again, what are you going to do when your 6-year-old just like point blank tells you like that you're low on supplies for things for me to craft in your room, Mom? We need some more. So between the flowers and a few wood elements to paint and a few other like ceramic things to paint, was her kindergarten, completion gift. It was super fun. Obviously, we took selfies in the hallway. I didn't have video of me finishing this up, but you can see how wonderful the layout did turn out. Very bright, very fun, and definitely use your pocket pages to tell stories on 12x12 layouts. It works out just fine.